going on, everybody? It's Manny Pierre, Dawg House TV. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode. Today with me, of course, I got my dogs.
Yeah. Yo, I dropped my mic. It's it's I dropped my mic. It's GK Titter, also known as Garrett 2.0 with GK Films. You already know what the business is, man. Y'all see me on social media, GK Films Official. Head over to gkfilms.com for your videography needs in Hampton Roads.
So we're gonna need to swear your intro, man. It's like a whole commercial.
Hey, I gotta throw it out there. Actually, I wasn't paying attention. I dropped my mic.
Nah.
Yo, it's Chima. What up?
Well, I don't think that's gonna get old at all.
In and out.
And of course, it's your boy. Woo, do it with me. What's happening, y'all?
Alright, again, thank y'all for tuning in for another episode. Today, we talking about black business, black enterprise, black entrepreneurship, black business. Alright, so of course, over the past year, I guess like this past summer, there was a really big push, because we had, I guess, America as a whole had a coming to Jesus moment, if you would, with Black Lives Matter, with social justice and all that kind of stuff, and there was a big push to support and to start black businesses. So that's really been at the forefront here lately, right? Now, reading a lot of the posts online, see what's going on, there were a lot of people that began supporting black businesses, and there were a lot of people saying, you know what, black businesses need to get their stuff together first, and then I'll start spending my money on them.
I'm a lot of people.
So we're gonna a lot of people. All right, go ahead, team. Let's talk about black business and what the black community needs to do in order to help support black business. Go ahead,
So stigmas, is that what we're gonna kind of hit on?
Yeah. We're gonna talk about stigmas.
We're gonna talk about all of it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, man, I'm all for supporting black businesses, as long as it's the same quality that I like. And it's not nothing against black businesses, but when I go buy something, I buy it because I like it and I like the quality. So I don't believe that I should be penalized for wanting to get something that's better quality. I'm not about to support your business just off the strength if I don't know you. If I know you, you're a black person, obviously, just support it off the strength, but it's about quality. When you go to a store, you don't purchase the weaker quality stuff just to say you got it.
Sometimes you do, depending on your budget.
Depending on the budget, but I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said depending on your budget, because there's this one company called Nagash.
Oh no, he didn't put it out.
Yes, I'm putting it out there. Yes, there's a company called Nagash, and on their headline, it was supposed to be the competitor to wearing Timberland boots. Now, after this, I want y'all to Google their boots.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Pull it up and tell me if you're from New York. So tell me if you like it.
Nagash.
Yes.
Okay.
Knee trash.
Oh man.
And tell me how much they. And tell me how much they. Ask me how much they cost.
Oh man.
They $90. Once I'm seeing Amazon right now, it says Nagash men's black leather high top sneakers. Or are you talking about the boots?
The boots.
Alright, let's see if they got boots. Let's see what's going on with Nagash.
Wow.
Knee trash.
Yo, this whole support black business episode took a turn. I didn't know it was going.
Right,
This is very important.
I thought we might be chilling.
Nah, this is very important.
No, I love supporting black businesses. There are a lot of black entrepreneurs out there making quality items. Those are the ones I support that take pride in what they do. I think we should support black businesses, but not everybody is a business person, and not everybody understand fashion or understand the product.
Alright, so I don't see the Nagash boots. However, I do see some Nagash sneakers that cost one pair costs $399, and a couple pairs cost $499, like $399. So we got one pair costs $400. And a couple pairs cost $500.
Right. So let's look at the price range. Those are in competitions with sneakerheads like Jordans, exclusive J's. Yes.
Those are more like the Pradas and the Gucci sneakers, things like that.
Or even let's go with Prada and Gucci. Even I wouldn't wear those either.
Yo, so check me out, right?
I digress.
So check me out. I just did a dope segment called Support Black Bitnezz. All right, and the company is called Black and Bold. If y'all didn't see it, then y'all scroll down. I'm pretty sure you'll see it.
I will support that one.
Look, let me tell y'all something. When I was on their website, something that I just found out. I didn't just find out, but the one thing I loved about Black and Bold Coffee was that they talked about smart consumers buying with a purpose. You see what I'm saying? So it's a specialty coffee. You probably could go out somewhere and find another grain of coffee that tastes just as good, if not better, than Black and Bold. Which, let me tell you, Black and Bold is really good. I'm on my second bag already. But they talk about introducing people to buying with a purpose, not just buying something, because they do give back to the community and everything like that. I'm not gonna go deep. Y'all go check that commercial. All right. When I think about supporting black business, I just feel, and it's just also my understanding that black people has been disenfranchised for so long. Black business owners has been disenfranchised for so long. Support black business does not mean don't support white business or don't support Asian business. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that. But if you can go out of your way and find a black business to support. So Black and Bold Coffee, it's really good, right? However, let's say there's a Starbucks flavored coffee that tastes a little bit better. I'm willing to put my money towards the Black and Bold coffee, even though it might not be as good as the Starbucks one, because I'm buying with a purchase. I'm being a smart contributor.
Let me ask you this though. All right, so
purpose.
In line with that, so you're buying with a purpose, and even if the black brand may be a little lesser in quality or lesser known, Chima, to go with the black brand instead.
Now, let me be clear. I mean trash. That's what I mean. So a little bit less is cool.
So looking at these sneakers, I mean, in my opinion, they look comparable to, like I said, to the Prada sneakers and the Gucci sneakers. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Would you wear them though?
I mean, I wouldn't wear the Gucci ones, wear the Prada ones.
It's a niche. When it comes down to sneakers, it's a niche.
Right. That's not my style.
Yeah.
Well, let me bring this point out. I think this is very important for us to keep in mind. So when we're talking about supporting black business, it's actually not just about the money. Let me tell you what I mean. So if you look at the Asian community, if you look at the Jewish community, if you look at all these communities that flourish, what has happened is that their people kept their money in those communities. So what that meant is, if I go to your store and maybe I have a problem with your product or with whatever you're selling, I'll just go down the street to somebody else and talk about you. What I say is, bro, let's talk. How can I help you? What can I do to add to what you're trying to do? I think sometimes we forget that, again, supporting each other, it has a greater effect outside of just finances. Yes, it takes finances to get the job done, but overall, we can support each other emotionally, support each other in psychological ways so that we grow. How did that Arab brother go to get 3 other stores? Because his folk kept the money in that gold mark. You know what I'm saying?
And I just pulled the Carfax. I was really trying to find another article. Y'all, please forgive me for not being fully prepared for this. But the black dollar actually only stays in the black community for about 6 hours.
Come on, man.
I mean, and I see those stats. Me personally, I'm not disputing it. I would like to see the source for that and how they come up with all of that. Not saying that is wrong, but me. I want to see. I want to tell the Carfax because
Facts.
But let me ask you this though. So when it comes to black business, right? Of course, you need to support black business. My question is, on the other side of that, what responsibility does that black business have to the black community? So, for example, let's say somebody has, I don't know, a black-owned whatever, black-owned car lot, right? So you go there, you buy your car from this black-owned car lot dealership, and then the owner of that dealership, you see him riding around in all these other foreign cars and wearing all these other foreign clothes, and so all the money you give him is going straight back to the white people. I mean, he's not doing anything for community.
Hey, you just said the black dollar don't stay in the black community for but a little bit of time. I got you though.
So,
yeah.
And he's not doing anything to give back to the black community. Is that still a black business, or is that a black man with a business?
So I feel like the difference between the two, I don't know if it's really up to us to differentiate between the two. I look at it from this standpoint. If a black man has a business and, you know, even if he's not giving back to the community, you know, hey, that's still a brother with a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I based my support on black business based upon what they do for their community, then the amount of black business I probably would support might be minute, because they don't all, you know. And then here's another thing: are we going to ask everybody to open up their books? Like, oh man, you selling
books on me, but you can see what they're doing.
I mean, sometimes you can't, but sometimes you can't.
I mean,
sometimes you can't, and sometimes people don't want to put what they do out on Front Street. Not everybody who gives back puts it out.
And don't promote yourself as being a black business.
I don't think so. That's fair.
My opinion is, if you're gonna promote yourself, okay, I am a black-owned business, and that means that you should be doing something for the black community. I mean, otherwise, like, what's the difference? If you're just a black person with a business, then what makes you different than any other business? If you're gonna promote that as being a selling point. So now, if you're not promoting it as a selling point, you're just, you know, you're a black person with your own business, and hey, come, you know, support my business. That's completely different. But if you put yourself out there as, hey, I'm a black-owned business, come support black-owned businesses, then yeah, I
see what you're saying as far as it being a tagline.
Black community.
And
I'm not saying you got to donate all your money back to the black community, but you need to be doing something for the black community.
But with the black community, it's hard to build a black community because we're the only community that's literally handicapped. So it's gonna take longer time. One black-owned business can't do it by themselves.
No, but Jimmy, you got to start somewhere, though.
Right.
Yeah, indeed. I'm not saying not to start anywhere. I think it takes a community. It takes a village to raise a child.
And I want us to keep this in mind too. Remember, it's not that the crabs can't get out the bucket. It's that they keep getting pulled back in by the crabs. So we have to, again, support each other in ways so that we all get out the bucket. Now, I feel sorry for that last crab. It ain't no hope. That bucket too big. But you know what I'm saying? Most of us can get out, though.
Yeah.
I hear you. I don't know if it's fair to say, oh, I'm not supporting your black business because you're not doing something for the community. I don't know, you know, and I'm open for reproach.
That's my stance.
I'm caught in the middle on that one.
Again, it depends on if you're promoting yourself as a black business.
Now,
if you're just a black person with a business and you're not promoting it as a black-owned business, that's different.
Now, this is the honest to God truth. To you know, I'm not all one side of the fence here. This really happened. I was at the mall, and I'm walking through the mall with my head in my phone. You know, a little problem I got, always like this. But I hear somebody say, support black business. And I remember thinking to myself, I don't even know what you sell. You know what I'm saying? And it was honest to God truth. It was like, and then she was like, you not gonna support? And I just kept walking, and I finally looked up. Shawty was selling candy. So there is, you know, something to what you're saying as far as like, okay, hey, if you're gonna say support black business, you do need to be giving back to. I will. So yeah, I go back on what I say, but also to piggyback on what Chima was saying about, you know, your product. I don't even eat candy like that. Mm-hmm. So you know what I'm saying. You don't put me out there saying, oh, he don't support black business because I ain't buy your candy, shawty. I don't even eat candy like that. Mm-hmm. However, I will, like, if there was I will buy a black-owned do-rag, if you know what I'm saying, over the one at the Asian store, even if it was a little bit slight in quality, because I do know that we still have this huge margin that we have to, you know, overcome. Close that, yeah, and we got to close that gap up. Mm-hmm. So I am a smart consumer. I consider myself as a smart consumer, and this whole buying with a purpose thing, that's my whole thing for 2021, for real. Look out for some more black business highlights on the Dawg House TV.
Indeed. I'm sorry, go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, also, I think that some of us try to use the black business thing as a way to take advantage of each other. Kind of loud talked about the crab in the bucket. So it's like support, you kind of get guilt tripped into supporting something that you may not necessarily want to. And I think that we need to be for our community, so that we don't do that to each other, because we're hurting each other that way too.
So speaking about that, let's talk about some things that black businesses can do to improve, right? So one thing, like you said, Chima, so again, you know, during this whole push with the whole, you know, support black business thing, people were literally selling black t-shirts with the black fist on it in white for like $50.
Yeah, I'm not
like
doing
black
it.
T-shirt with a fist on it. Y'all serious?
Cross gouging
Like y'all serious? Like, what are y'all doing? I mean, I understand it's black business, but like, come on, let's
Why do
be
we?
reasonable.
Why is our product so expensive? That's what I want to know. Maybe y'all can help me out with that.
Well, you know, I'm gonna go off the thing with the shoes. I haven't seen the shoes. I don't know what they look like. I don't know what those shoes look like. Pull them up if you can.
They're right here.
Okay, so
that's one pair of.
okay, you know what though? Let me tell y'all. I'm gonna say this. Okay, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with, you know, making a shoe that you feel like, hey, this shoe should go for. Like, I didn't have a problem with Lonzo Ball shoes being like $400. I'm gonna tell you why I didn't have a problem with that. Now, I'm gonna tell you why I didn't have a problem with it. It's because they was trying to get into a particular market. You see what I'm saying? And so it's like, hey, if you're gonna compete with the, but look, if you're gonna compete, no, if you're gonna in a big baller market, if you're gonna compete with the Balenciagas and the Chief from Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna compete with them, then you gotta, you know, set your. Just because I'm a black business, don't mean my shoes gonna be $50. But you know, yeah, we want to see quality, but I don't have a problem with people setting the bar high, with people knowing their worth. Hey, if you feel like this is what the market's gonna call for, then do it. If I like it or not is a whole nother thing. Now, that shoe that you brought up, Cheen, you might not like it, but it's on the website. I'm pretty sure somebody getting them. And I just briefly saw one of them, and I said, it's one of them I could pull off.
You're right.
It's one of them I could pull off because people wearing them Balenciagas, them joints ugly.
And black
Balenciagas ugly.
And
a lot of them sneakers is ugly.
And let me say this: black people tend to dress based on status. So if your status can come up a little higher because they know you paid $1,000 for them jeans, all of a sudden your music video.
And I'm gonna say this: I'm putting this out there. Y'all might want to slap me in my face, whatever. But me personally, I really do not see the infatuation with black people and all of these name brands like Louis Vuitton. Like you gotta have somebody had a Louis Vuitton garbage can. Like for what? Like for what? Like,
New exclusive.
Like I personally don't see the big, you know, infatuation with black people and, you know, I had these Gucci belts and it's like come on, man. Like,
but you know what? It's your personal.
Again,
it's your personal
opinion, right?
And I hear what Carter's saying as far as status. Like if I pulled up and I had on, how you pronounce it?
With Nagash.
Nagash. If I pulled up with some Nagash joints, right? And somebody said, "Oh man, what's them? Oh man, these Nagash, they."
I mean, all
$500.
All it takes is them seeing a celebrity wearing them, and then it'll be the best.
Right, because look,
thing,
man, them Balenciagas to me is ugly.
I mean, son,
everybody had them joints. A lot of them ugly. So just because this one ugly too, but it's black business, we gonna hate on it? Nah, I ain't gonna hate on it. Somebody's gonna like it. Somebody's gonna like it.
So again, let's talk about what black businesses can do to improve. So, Jimmy said, stop price gouging. Right now, to your point, G, you're saying that you have different markets, right? So people market their product for different things, right? But if you're marketing your product to, you know, the average black person, don't charge $50 for a plain black T-shirt with a white fist on it. I mean,
I'm with you on that.
Right, like make it $15. Like, come on. I mean, so you know, stop price gouging.
Here's something I feel like the black community could do. If black business is going to be on your tagline, that need to be the last thing you say. Promote your actual product first. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if I do, if I make cell phone cases, I'm gonna tell you, I cover these amount of cell phones. This is a drop test. This the material is made out of. This is,
so
you know, a decent price. Promote the product first. This is the price. Da da da.
And
by the way,
also supporting black business.
I'm a black business. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is a way of doing it because it's like, oh, okay, cool. It's not like when I was walking to the mall and the first thing I heard was support black business, and the first thing I'm like, I don't even know what you sell. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you selling pocketbooks with Michelle Obama face on it? No, I'm straight. Like I'm straight. My mama don't want that purse. Do you don't want that purse?
Speak for itself, right?
Hey, yeah, let the product speak for itself. So that's what I would say. That's just, you know.
Now, so let's talk about one of the biggest gripes that people have with black business.
And that
customer
is
service.
Oh man.
Customer service. What can we do to improve? Because again, so we're not here to bash black businesses. We want to uplift and encourage black business to be better, so that we can be, so that we can compete with non-black businesses. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing here. So what do you guys think that we can do, that black businesses can do to improve on the customer service?
I think one of the major keys to having a successful business, it comes down to one word for me, and that's integrity.
Okay.
The reason being is because oftentimes what people don't see is what allows you to be successful. So in a business, as you're grinding it out, doing what you have to do, oftentimes you'll kind of put yourself to the test sometimes. Where in order to grow and grind, it takes that work, like I said, that people don't quite see yet. And then when you put your product out there, you don't have to throw your price way up or even be too cheap. You know the work you've put in. Integrity, remember, you know the amount of time and effort you've put into it, and you can be fair with your customers based on the product that you actually have. And again, oftentimes what happens with black people, we tend to not trust it for some reason, whether it's past experience, whatever the case may be. So if we kind of practice as black people in general with our integrity, doing what's right, regardless of who's watching, then I think that will help us in the long run, and we can be fair with our customers, no matter if they like it or not.
Hey, but look, I just want to say, we need to stop complaining about customer service with only black business and stop acting like them Indian people don't be getting attitudes too when you're on the phone with them too. Look, it's the bad customer service be everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
bad
see
customer service be
bad
everywhere.
customer service with black-owned businesses. I see bad customer service with black people working in white-owned businesses. Like that's where I see it.
I thought we talked about it. I thought we talked about an example.
I'll be on the low.
Don't worry. All right, so yo, check this out. Ladies and gentlemen at home watching this episode. You will not know what we just said. You will not know what we just said. That is something amongst the bros. Y'all will not know. Don't worry, bro. The editor got you. Hey, y'all will not know what we just said.
I didn't catch that.
So one last point before we get out of here. Of course, black owned does not mean black only, right? So you can make your product for everybody. I mean, you don't got to make your product only for black people. Matter of fact, the best way to get money from other people and bring it into the black communities by making products that everybody, can use. So if you have a black-owned business, don't only make, black beads for black people or whatever. I mean, try to diversify your product line so that we can get money from other communities and bring it into the black community.
I got my mic all in the shot.
Alright, so thank y'all for tuning in for this episode. As usual, if you have any comments, suggestions, or anything that you think we should talk about, go ahead, drop that down in the comments right now. We can see y'all in the next one.
Look at them shoulders.